the belly of many players in this league who now feel like they've truly got an opportunity experience as well. So I'm really hoping and expect defensively, as expected, looking to get aggressive on the fringe of the map. But Pinku, sharp shot onto Sharky. ManLFO lose one of their two. Primary hard breach is followed up by Elements. The pillar position.
Might have elected to push top waiting and go for a clearer towards these stairs. Died opens up 3v4, little bit of security control, but Quick's holding a very long deep angle through the doorway of Break, catches the Hunter of the head of Hunter. That is an incredible shot. Wow. And tell you what, that had to been a peek. That would have been a kill on Pluto, but it goes the other way. Sharky with the pistol. They're taking their time though, ManLFO. Tell you what, and it's probably caught Walsh off guard, thinking waiting wasn't going to be an entry point. Late push from Elements catches him. Two-player advantage from ManLFO, and they're going to plant down inside the towers as well. Prez able to answer back, but caught coming back down east stairs. Plant down, one up. Pinku immediately shot in the back. A clean attack from ManLFO. Talk about taking time on your attack. Oh, angle found from Hunter that Bailey couldn't find himself. Bailey was...
So it could be a little tricky here. Prez might be able to withstand this pressure. Again, a pinch attempt elsewhere from Elements. But the creep from Beers, unsuccessful. Good catch from Pinku.
And no nade. He was the only one that had that nade. Prez goes down anyway. It's Pluto and Hunter that just find one apiece, and Elements gets involved. All three find a pick instantaneously for the attack of ManLFO. Down to Walsh. He's got 60 seconds on the clock to overcome a significant disadvantage caught at the doorway from Elements, and ManLFO flipped the script.
Raw utility, ManLFO, particularly after Beers' foul, as pushed back by the flames, but goes deep instead.
It's just going to get denied. It will. Courtesy of Bailey just spraying through the smoke. Yeah. Nice from Bailey just to keep peppering the window, knowing that ManLFO are going to be pretty eager to keep the pressure high. Just to not allow Barbie Boys to stabilize. Catches Beers. Pinku, good headshot onto Hunter, and it seems like this time Barbie Boys look a little bit...
And go for a follow-up. Credit then to Bailey in the round for the plant denial. Easy to panic with the shotgun, especially against a turtle plant like that from the Blitz, but knew exactly where the plant was going down, whether he knew that himself or it was relayed to him. Good work by the team. And then landed the shots required and put ManLFO in a position that every attempt was incredibly low percentage.
When they're not playing Armory Archives, yeah, Border opens up as a map much more massively, and it creates these more 1v1 centric fights, which I think favors ManLFO. But 2 kills go the way of Barbie Boys, brings it back to an advantage for them. 4v3s. Pluto slipping through a workshop. They just lost Bailey to Elements. We've seen this movie before. We haven't actually really had a close round so far. May develop here. Beers shuts down Pinku. What a pop-up shot though from Prez. The old school IGL.
Rely on information Elements to plant.
Yeah, he's planting. Where's this yokai play? Prez doesn't have one in the site. It's going to become a post plant. Rotating off the side, hits the headshot onto Beers though, through the wall. Elements then catches Walsh through the hatch.
Has the shield.
And both are so low on health. 30 seconds, shield is nice. But it might not be enough, and it's certainly not in the right angle either. Elements to hold the angle. Left side, Prez, he's the one though that needs to get moving and do so quickly. He needs to push into Elements, and Elements is ready for him to make his way towards bathroom. Yellow ping information shot the left side wall, had already moved. Prez has completely outplayed him.
Wow. That is one hell of a clutch and one hell of a round from Prez. Not just hitting the 1v1, but hitting 2 gnarly shots before that as Warden. He's able to post up and sustain a lot of that utility, but not gunfire. Gets caught by Sharky.
Yeah, odd position, too much pressure, fountain side, and then couldn't really get any help from anyone else. Yeah, 1-4 for Walsh in this game. For a team like Barbie Boys, they certainly need him to be a competitive gun. And Bailey going down with the radar, getting the information, changing mags, and ends up getting that kill onto Prez.
Round then to conclude the half from ManLFO so far. Now it's very much a case of just getting the job done. Cooks finds one back, so it's not completely unlosable.
Need this kill, gets it. Quicks keeps this round alive. Beers, though, will get the plant down successfully in time. Pluto, this is a big battle towards main. Quicks wasn't ready for it, didn't check up. And Pinku now understanding the situation here in a 1v3 post-plant. It seems very unlikely. Beers will play over towards the bomb chassis. Another death mark, and then one more available after this. Pinku is not going to be able to play stealthy at all. Completely visible and seen by the server, but losing out to Pluto. Go for jump outs, didn't play ultra aggressive to the knives was the difficult site for ManLFO. Largely successful out
numbers, so in some ways it's been quite the intriguing little duel so far. Prez gets chipped outside top east, and Quicks finds the first onto Hunter, so the smoke falls first. Devastating loss to the defense, but Beers responds with a shot. 40 seconds now on the clock. Element's in a good position. Flushed out though, 90. Fortunately for him though, doesn't get caught. Bailey does though. Sharky eliminates him. So Barbie Boys on the back foot. Walsh finds one back, but now both him and Prez are low on HP.
Or Elements can wrap this and find a free kill. No one's really watching the hallway. Beers ends up shutting down Walsh. Quicks will fall to Sharky. The defense in the end in their set positions. Too much to handle for the attack of Barbie Boys as ManLFO lock in towards his whole body showing through the window. He comes off second best. Didn't actually land any damage and goes for the window cross. Well, that's going to be a moment to forget for Beers. Frag grenade should finish him off, and it does. Opening kill for Barbie Boys once again.
Trying to get a pick back here.
All White forced the drop down the hatch into bathroom. Clear onto Hunter, successful. Prez with the shield. Beaten up though by Pluto. And then just lost Bailey. All that slow work and momentum that was building for Barbie Boys has now come undone with 2 quick kills for the defense. Able to now still keep good presence up above as well. With Pluto over towards office.
Oh, they think it's clear. The Thorn targeted though by the Deimos. Gets covered though by Sharky. Pluto eventually traded though, 2v2.
There's still a decent amount of time on the clock here. Don't have to rush.
Oh, freebie.
I mean, Barbie Boys don't have any idea the way that Sharky and Element's playing. There's freebie, you said, but a freebie it won't be. It will double up though. Elements.
Right away in.
Followed up by Walsh as well, playing behind the Blitz, who's then now gone into workshop. Smokes are out, Press has come in late, so they've kind of tried to send Bailey in as a diversion.
They thatched the warden.
It has worked. Vent will get this plant successfully down, but it's a 3v5 post-plant retake. Prez has to get his kill, converts it, needs another one quickly. ManLFO are able to adapt in a promptly fashion. Quicks by himself, shut down by Pluto, who's now 7-6. Easy counter defuse for Beers, and just like that, this close game in the blink of an eye has ManLFO with 3 match point kills for Barbie Boys on the attack. A good way to start the half, and you lose
rounds of straight 3 on the defense. Playing well as a team. Beers gets caught though. A good payload there from Walsh, well timed with the push from Pinku.
Live, taking the damage from the payload of Walsh. Finished off by Bailey. Well, this looks better. Looks much better as Bailey converts another. Sharky will desperately throw out the Nitrocell, but Prez has got plenty of time to see that one away. It's not going to be flawless, but the game also is not going to come to a conclusion. To eat that, of course, can no longer receive any more calls, but has taken damage.
Oh, Element's trying to support Beers, but gets caught out. Sharp from Walsh. Forces the hand of Beers, and he doubles down. 5-6 now looking likely.
Yeah, and it feels like Pluto now sensing he might have to push something, and there is one towards Archive, gets the information from the Razor Bloom, but Pinku, who eats that shell, able to hit the headshot with the DMR, and it seems we will get to 5-6. Unless Hunter and Sharky can pull off a huge clutch. And no more Sharky, 1v5 ace needed for Hunter on the smoke. Prez goes for the pistol shot.
Taking some long duels, but Beers with the DMR perfectly poised. And lands the shot onto
big.
Walsh.
Yeah, they needed that. Opening kills have been 4-5 in favor of Barbie Boys up until that point. Hunter and then Beers again. Well, the comeback for Barbie Boys looked on. It looked ominous. Brought it back to 5-6. Pinku, much needed kill. Incredibly low health, but Quick's able to find the headshot onto Elements and keep this alive. But arguably, I still think they're going to need a
for the best at this point. Sharky close.
Oh, and taken low. The Quicks has gone down. He was the full health member. It's a 1 versus 2 as Pinku's health still remains critical. Here is that payload and it's sent onto Pluto. Can't, of course, call Hunter. His phone is destroyed and he too is destroyed. Oh, Pinku has clutched a massive round.
And continue to posture and play this power position. As Barbie Boys, with only 1 minute remaining, will make their move. Bailey good for 2.
Beers has got to get one here. He's held this position. They might think he's cleared. Depends if anyone had actually gone that way. Places a Racer Blue shell top main stairs. Still got Elements watching this break doorway. What a shot from Walsh. A pop-up headshot onto Elements gives them now the lead. Begin overtime. Beers making his way back into security. Still watching for that entry into break. Of course, now his position. No, Walsh went for the swing anyway. Beers wins out. Prez close by. Racer Bloom shell to just cover some of the area close by in security. Beers by himself in the 1v3. Yellow ping info does not matter. Barbie Boys have now got match point. Still available, so the canisters, you've got impacts. The amount of utility available for the defense is quite large. Hunter finally gets rid of Prez as he got overwhelmed towards Office. That opens up a bit of space now for the attack. And Hunter can slip through on the Blackbeard. Elements to play from behind. But he gets downed on the longer angle from Bailey and Fountain. He finds his 12th kill. Shut down by Beers. The trade needed and found. And the push through to follow. They've got Office control. But the time is starting to run out. Quicks will fall. Well, just one at the moment.
Yeah. Could be a res.
Will be double again.
I guess plant penal potential below and horizontal here from Walsh. That is a big concern for ManLFO. I don't think plant is really the best con for them from here, but it's easier said than done.
They also had a moment, though, to be able to get
Nitro
into
below.
archives and start sticking this plant. Nitro does connect onto Hunter, but Beers found the headshot onto Walsh, so no more Nitros available. 9 seconds, deep in red time, 2v2. Beers going with the plant once again. Pluto needs to cover over towards Office. Pinku to push through from Fountain, shot down by Pluto, but there's no time. It expires. It is Barbie Boys that will take the win against ManLFO in really a lot of time remaining on the clock. You're defending. You can fall back, play side. It was Vent Workshop. There's a lot to learn from this game for ManLFO in round management. From, again, the statistics, in the end, Pinku blew out to 15-8 because of the 4K in that clutch. But if you were to take that one round away, which I know is not fair, but it would basically mean everyone interview. Congratulations on the win, Prez. But most importantly, bloody good shit in that clutch, mate. Well done. I think that's the first time I've ever seen you do that. Well done.
Hey mate, that's all me. No, but seriously, the boy, like the resilience we showed that game was unbelievable. I'm super proud of everyone. And yeah, really happy to get that win.
Yeah, following up from that, sort of what was the vibe within the team? Because it would have felt very easy, I think, after round 9 when you guys were facing a very, very difficult task to kind of drop your heads. And maybe we even saw that from ManLFO as you guys mounted that comeback. How did you stay so positive and get the round back onto the board to get the win?
I think we just stuck to our game plan. We called attack. We kind of had that mental reset. We knew we were in every one of those rounds that we lost. It was just a matter of making sure we're sticking to our game plan and just playing as a team. And yeah, it showed. It worked really well, and we were able to bring the comeback, and then we just carried that momentum through overtime.
Obviously a good result, Prez. You get a win. It is technically only the 2 points. Say only because you'd like all 3, but in this instance you didn't really get that opportunity anyway, so you'll take it. Where does that kind of put you for the stage ahead? Clearly, by no means are you guys going to be locked in top 4 or anything like that. You still got quite a few big games to come, but what are the goals for this stage? Is it to have the high-end aspirations of making EWC? Is it to go as deep as you possibly can, see where you're at, and then go into stage 2 based on that information? Obviously, you're a very young team besides yourself. So do you have different aspirations and goals compared to those in the region?
I don't think so. I think our goal is definitely EWC, but I think for us at the moment, as cliche as it sounds, we're just taking each game as it is. You know, we gotta respect our opponents, but at the same time, we gotta have the belief and confidence in ourselves that we can beat anyone in the region. And I think that showed today. But yeah, definitely, like, we're definitely like got our goals and eyes set for EWC. It's just a matter of taking each game one at a time.
Is there anything that you'd like to say, mate? Give you the floor here.
Honestly, just super proud of the team today. Showed insane resilience, and rest in peace to Zigit's grandmother who passed away this morning.
Well said, mate. Best of luck for your next matchup against Six Targets.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.